Well, Rusty, how's it going, brother?
All good. How you doing?
Dude, I'll tell you what, well done last night.
Thank you.
I thought your performance of Bohemian Rhapsody your guitar work was amazing, as usual.
Thank you.
Well done. What was that like?
It was one of the most unbelievable experiences of my life. Queen is my favorite band. When I was a kid, a teenager playing guitar, I learned guitar watching a DVD that was given to my dad, which he never watched, because he loves Queen. My brother bought him a DVD for Christmas and whatever, and I got to watch that DVD, and I used to sit with my guitar amp in the lounge and try to play along, you know.
Jam.
And so it was really like one of those moments where it feels like the completion of a chapter.
Nice.
With that, so it was amazing, yeah.
Now, you also did a solo act, a solo slot on the acoustic stage,
Yes,
didn't you?
Thursday night.
It was Thursday night. How did that go?
Again, that was one of those things. This festival has just been so out of the blue for me. I didn't expect things to go as well as they have from my side, because
Well, I've heard a lot of people raving about your show from Thursday night. They spoke
that's
very
great.
highly
That's
of
so
it.
great.
And obviously, I heard you last night when you were with Perez.
Yeah.
So well done. Congratulations.
Thank
to
you. I really appreciate
So
it.
where are you at the moment? What have you been up to? Tell us a little bit about
I'm in
who
Durban.
you are, where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm in Durban. I play with a band called the Black Lapels, and they make up the majority of the gigs that I'm doing at the moment. And we do a bunch of tribute shows and a bunch of other stuff. And we're busy working on a couple of singles with them to hopefully be released sometime in May. And in the meantime, I'm busy working on sort of putting out YouTube videos of my own stuff and trying to push that as well, because for a long time I've been always playing with other musicians and doing other kinds of things, and it's kind of time that I do my own thing now.
So you got a plan to move into a solo direction?
Yes, and not necessarily solo per se, but just stuff that I'm directing.
But a Rusty's direction, not necessarily somebody else's direction where you're going along.
But I'm not going to stop
great.
doing the other
No, for
stuff.
sure.
I'm not going to stop doing the other stuff. I want to do the other stuff. I'm very passionate about what we're doing with the lapels. I've really enjoyed working with Perez, and that may happen in the future or not. I don't know, but all of those guys, we're all good friends and we all work together. And but the focus of my life at the moment is just pushing Rusty a little bit further forward than he is at the moment, because I'm about, 7 years behind myself.
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
suppose.
So if you're obviously working a little bit on original direction. What sort of original direction can we be expecting from you going forward? Is it going to be rock Rusty? Is it going to be blues Rusty? What is it going to be?
I think for the short term, you probably find more sort of songwritery type of things, just because it's easier logistically to do that on my own and build up an audience slowly from there. If I had my way, it would always be with the trio. I have a blues trio which I play with Skippy Kubeka and Chris Melling, and they're fantastic. Skippy plays with Mali Zulu as well. He's incredible. He was here this weekend with Mali, but I don't always get the opportunity to do that, because if we don't have an audience that I can afford to pay them what they're worth, I don't bother asking them, because I feel like it's not worth their time, you know. So I'll be pushing me on my own for a while, songwritery stuff, but we can always rearrange that for the band at any time, you know.
Take it day by day, in other words.
That's kind of the goal, is to get the point where I can play
How
with
many
the band.
splashes now?
This is number 8.
Number 8 for you?
Yeah, with different people.
Yeah. Okay. And you've obviously seen the changeover as it's progressed since
absolutely.
Stu's taken over.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the growth of Splashy, where it's going, the direction?
I have to be careful with what I say here, actually. But what I will say is 2016 was incredible. And it has only gotten better from there. And I think the work that the people who are working here are doing, the guys who work the stages, who deal with all of the artists, they're incredible. It really has changed into being an actual family festival, and I love it.
And I think that's the key. It's become a family festival.
Absolutely.
Where it's young to old, people appreciating music, all styles, all genres.
Yeah.
And I think also from what I'm seeing is you can expose yourself to a wider range of audiences as to what you possibly could have done 10 years ago.
Absolutely, I agree. And what I'll add to that by saying that because people are so relaxed, they're so much more receptive to what you're doing. Because they're there and there's no animosity between anybody. Nobody's excessively drunk. I mean, there's people having a great time, jawling and all of that kind of stuff, but it seems like people are kind of controlling themselves and they're just keeping it at a a realistic level, you know.
In closing, a really silly question.
All right.
Is red your favorite color?
Maroon.
Fair enough. It's a shade of red. Okay. Where does Rusty Red come from? What was the thinking behind that?
I grew up in Johannesburg. I was born there to two Anglican priests. My mother and father both Anglican priests. My brother as well. And we grew up in a small place called Yeovil, which we moved away from when I was about 7 or so. To Bramley North, which is a nice little suburb in Joburg near Sandton. Great place. And then my parents got a sort of job offer in Maritzburg. And so I went kicking and screaming. I didn't want to be there. But I just started playing guitar, so the friends I lost from leaving Joburg I kind of gained in the guitar kind of thing. And I made a lot of musician friends very quickly in Maritzburg. And then about 4 years ago, I moved to Durban, and I met a guy called Cornell Mayer. I don't know if you know him.
I actually had a long chat with him last night. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to all these people, and he is most definitely responsible for everything that I'm doing now.
Okay, cool.
He put me in contact with all the people that I am working with now, and he's an absolute legend. I still play with him from time to time. He has a little group called A-Frame.
Yes, that's right.
They're fantastic, yeah. And he was here, he was doing photos.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that's great too.
I caught him after the show, yeah.
Yeah, because he was always just a guitar guy, and then sort of got into camera stuff, and then he started taking photos. It's amazing.
Rusty, great talking to you.
You too, thank you.
You so much for joining us. I know that your work here is done and now it's party time.
It is, but I've got to take it easy as well. The roads are wet, you know.
Don't we all? Well, but anyway, have a safe festival, enjoy the rest of it, and we'll catch up for a beer a little later.
Absolutely, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rusty.
It's been a pleasure.